There's a dead man in there.
Just tell us he's in the wine cellar. We got him out.
You're not in this world.
Where's Timmons? Get out of my way. Get away. Where? Get out of my way.
Heart attack. It wasn't real.
What do you
was it?
do?
Oh, Cece, I'm so.
Will you get off?
Back.
What do you do?
Such a force in my life for so long. It's so wonderful. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh my God! You hear that?
He's sticking around here.
You gotta get out of here.
He's on his way down here.
No, I'm not gonna run. Jeffrey, please.
You gotta get out of here now.
Me, they're after.
Kelly, I'm with you. You're not alone here, okay? Come on. Let's go.
Hey.
Where are they? Huh? Where are they?
Where are who?
Oh, come on, Castillo. Don't play with me. You know they're down. Wait a second. I don't have to worry about this. They're outside. You take the front, I'll take the back.
Wait, save the wild goose chase. She's not out there.
Cheers. Let's get out of here. Castillo, come back here! Come back here! We're gonna bring you back in handcuffs!
Where are we going?
We're going to Lockridge Place.
There's no cover
Just
between.
go, find trees, bushes. Stop right there!
Oh, no, not the boy.
Mason?
No. What's going on, Keith?
Come on, don't play dumb like the rest of them.
The rest of them?
Don't insult my intelligence. Let me lift this thing.
Hang on, it's very heavy.
Thank you. You guys all right?
Yeah.
Go on, check the front. Go, come on.
Wait a minute. Keith, did you actually see Kelly down here?
You knew she was down. You knew she was down when you came down for the champagne. What do you think I knew she was? Do you think I'm simple minded? I don't have eyes. I don't have a brain. You know I don't give up. Especially with regard to your sister, but not just her. With all of you. I can't wait till I have you all in the same friendly paddy wagon, the whole damn Capital clan.
Absolutely not, sir. We have orders to detain you.
This is my house. You have no right to keep me a prisoner in my house.
Don't get yourself arrested. Kelly needs us.
I suggest you go and sit down and wait until Mr. Timmons gets back.
God, I hope she got away. Do you think it's possible?
Darling, if he had found them, he wouldn't waste a second telling us. He'd be parading Kelly right in front of us. Now, wouldn't he? Now, just... Mason, what happened?
Did she get away?
Yeah, for the time being, but Timmons is leading another assault. Nothing seems to stop him, although your Bordeaux collection made a valiant effort.
My Bordeaux, not my Bordeaux.
I would like to know who tipped him off.
You know, he seemed to be going along with everything. He really was. All of a sudden, he comes jabbing at me with pins, trying to find out if I'm a corpse or not.
You are really sick. That was so depraved. I could have suffocated in that casket.
Only if I locked it. Unfortunately, I didn't think of it at the time.
Oh, my God. I thought I was going to be buried alive. I thought I'd never see the light of day again. I'll probably dream about it over and over again. I'll have terminal nightmares thanks to you.
Don't you talk to me about nightmares. I've had so many nightmares about Kelly, I can't even mention them. Kelly being trapped, Kelly being cornered, and all because of you.
Don't blame it on me. I'm not the one out there hunting her down.
No, you paved the way for Keith to do it.
You knew all along, didn't you? You told him. That's why he came in with those pins.
I didn't know such a thing. I believed it. Good grief, you heard the things I said to you.
Only a performance for your own amusement, wasn't it, Gina?
Oh, don't talk to me about performances. Who was performing around here? All of you dressed in black, hanging all over each other, sobbing and moaning about poor Cece and how he was dead. Your performances put me to shame. It worked. I believed the whole thing. Once more, I was heartbroken. Cece, when I thought that you were gone, I got this horrible, sickening, empty feeling inside.
Not nearly as sick as when you found out he wasn't gone.
That's not true.
Oh, no? You should have prayed that I stayed in that coffin. Because now that I'm out, I'm like an avenging angel from another world. So get out of my sight. Before I start avenging with my hands around your throat. Get out of my sight. Now.
Edie? What happened? Tell me. Did you get away?
What happened?
Fine.
Well, where are they? What's going
okay,
on?
we sent Ted to go look for in a few places, that they might be at. And Haley, on her own, told one of the cops that she thought she saw a person that looked like Kelly going back into the cellar. So hopefully we've got a few moments for Kelly and Jeffrey to find someplace safe to be.
At least we knew where she was for a while. I just hate being in the dark again.
Castillo! Glad you could make it. Hit it, Johnson.
I hate doing this, Cruz.
Then don't.
Johnson, I warned you.
Oh, hell.
If the rights remain silent,
Wait a second. What do you think you're doing?
Say that I know him.
You're
Arresting your main squeeze, honey bunch.
anything you say
He saw
can and
police
will be used
action
against
in
you
progress,
in court of law.
the pursuit of a known offender, and he used physical force to stop it. He saw all these gentlemen, his former colleagues, police officers doing their duty, and he assaulted them with several hundred bottles of very fine wine. Bordeaux, wasn't it? Unorthodox, but assault is assault. Please continue, Johnson. We want to get this right.
You have the right to speak to an attorney. You have the right to have an attorney present during questioning. You understand your rights as I've explained it to you.
They're waiting for you at the station, Castillo. I radioed ahead and told them who the prisoner was. Your old pals can't wait to see you.
Wait a second. I'm going with him.
Yeah, you can't right now, Eden.
You're not going to be able to see him even until after he's been booked. But don't worry, I'll have him out on bail as soon as possible.
Well, is that before or after we sue for false arrest?
Well, there isn't a false arrest. We have an eyewitness and a victim. You're looking at him.
You didn't see anything. You were too busy pushing everybody out of the way.
This will be over before we know it.
Look, I'm not going to stand here and watch them take you away.
I think it's a good idea if you stick around here for the time being.
My place is with you.
I'll be out before the sun goes down.
Dream on, Castillo. There's not going to be any bail. Let's go.
I'll see about that. I'll get to work on this
Please. Get him out. Please, Mason.
as soon as possible.
I can't believe he's setting out to get Cruz out of jail. I mean, Cruz, of all people.
I thought I told you to disappear.
I'm on my way to the kitchen, all right? I haven't eaten all day. I was too grief-stricken because I thought my husband was dead.
Yeah, well, I guess you missed the latest. Your slimy friend Keith just arrested Cruz.
You're kidding.
Oh, don't let us keep you away from your sandwiches, Gina. It's just a little more human suffering which you wouldn't care about.
What? You're going to blame me for Keith hauling Cruz off to jail?
Who the hell else should we blame? All that's happening now started because of you, because you wouldn't give up that tape. Kelly would have been freed months ago. It's all your fault.
How can you keep that tape from us? Still, when you can see that lives around you are being ruined, they're being thrown away, and you just stand there and you watch.
You forget. You tried to ruin my life, too.
I didn't think that there could be a human being without any feeling at all. But you don't have any, do you, Gina?
Of course I have feelings, but nobody listens to them. Nobody pays any attention around here. I tried to talk to Cece a few minutes ago. I tried to tell him how my heart ached when I thought he was dead.
Oh,
But he doesn't care. And neither do you. So why should I care about you? Look, there's a bus to L.A. Let's take it.
Yeah, we need tickets, and for that we need money. You got any?
You know I don't have any. How much do you have?
I don't know. Cruz gave me some. Like about $10.
What do you mean feels like? Take it out and count it, Jeffrey.
What, and show everyone my new bracelet? No, I don't think so.
There's got to be a way to get those cuffs off you.
Unless you have a blowtorch or a file handy, or maybe even a key, perhaps. Anyway, it's not more than 10. I checked yesterday.
Well, great. $10 is not going to get us both to L.A. Oh, no. How did they find us? I could have sworn nobody saw us.
They're only checking the easiest ways to skip town, that's all. Come on, over here.
Just 1 minute, folks. Then out to Mission Santa Barbara.
Perfect.
What's perfect?
Come on. You always wanted to be a tour guide, didn't
How
you?
are you going to drive with one hand?
We want off. This is a hijacking. We want off.
No. You don't understand. I am your new guide, Kathy. And this is my new driver right here. And right here, we're going to the old mission this afternoon.
This is rest stop.
No, there's been a slight change in schedule, folks. The rest stop will be happening later on this afternoon. So why don't you just sit back and let What's her name was? Kathy here tell you all about lovely Santa Barbara, huh? Starting right now.
It must be so humiliating for him to go back there in handcuffs.
Honey, there are some men in this life that go to prison for the right reasons. I don't think he'll ever regret what he did for us.
Oh, no, Mama, he'd do it all over again. It's just that if this arrest goes on his record, he may not get reinstated.
I'm not going to believe that'll happen. Cruz is the finest police officer in Santa Barbara, and I know Mason will help him.
I hope so.
Now, I want you to go to the station. If you don't, you're going to make yourself crazy. Eden, go there and be with him. Your dad's here for me. Go.
Thanks, Mom.
Oh, yeah. Eden, give him my love.
You don't mind if I sit down and enjoy this for a minute, do you?
What you enjoy is your business.
Yeah, it's just that I waited for this day so long. I've been waiting for months for you to show that you've been protecting Kelly. But I couldn't get any hard evidence. And here you hand it to me like a gift. I guess it's the result of clean living.
Why don't we get down to booking and get this over with?
I want to ask you some questions.
You think I'm going to say anything to you without a lawyer present? You're a bigger fool than you look.
No. It's not like you to drop your guard so completely. I mean, there you committed an illegal act right in front of an officer of the court. Why?
I don't believe that's been proven.
It's not like you to be so obvious. How could this happen? I know why. Eden, she finally just dragged you down to the bottom, didn't she?
All right. You leave Eden out of this.
She must be incredible in the sack, that's all I have to say.
Keith.
You must have fried and scrambled your brains, boy. You don't know right from wrong anymore, do you? Do you? Or if you do, you don't care. I mean, you do all you can for C.C. Capwell, but the man practically invented corruption.
Oh, don't be modest. You know all there is to know about corruption. You made the district attorney's office famous for it, which is why I ran your sorry butt out of here once, and why I'm going to do it again.
Thank you for reminding me why I'm enjoying this so much. I'm returning a favor.
Well, live it up while you can, because these charges ain't going to stick, and you know it.
Well, they're going to stick to you like hot wax, my friend. You're going to have a big, ugly black spot right in the middle of your unvarnished career.
You're out of your mind if you think I'm going to do one day at a time on this.
Well, as much as I would dearly enjoy watching you spend the rest of your life in jail, that's not my primary objective. Now, I got one thing on my mind.
What might that be?
I want to do to your career what you try to do to mine. I'm going to make sure that you're never a cop again. Never.
Right now, we're moving along Cabrillo Boulevard. If you're sticking around for the weekend, it'd be a great place to see the Arts and Crafts show.
Where's Mission?
Yes, Mission. It's the next stop.
We'll be there very soon.
We won't. Not unless honorable tour guide clues me in as to where it is.
Jeffrey, I'm all turned around. I don't usually go this way.
But you live here. You've lived here all your life. I can't believe you're unable to find the most famous tourist attraction in the city.
Listen, I would have gotten there just fine a few minutes ago if you would have turned left.
Hey, you can't turn left when it says no left turn. It's just one of your basic rules of the road, you know?
I apologize for the delay, folks, but listen, there are plenty more to see in this lovely city other than the old Mission. I mean, there is, the county courthouse. It's a wonderful example of Spanish Moorish design.
Courthouse is where?
Well, we haven't passed it quite yet, but we sure will on the way to the Mission. I want you all to be prepared for this one. We're also going to the Art Museum, which is on State Street.
That, I know, is nowhere near here. But can't you point out a historic drugstore or something?
Jeffrey, I am talking. This is what these people want from a tour guide, is talk.
Yeah, just tell me where to turn, okay?
Take a right the next line.
That'll take us to the Mission?
No, it'll take us to Chapala and Highway 101. Listen, It's the nation's largest fig tree. It'll keep him happy for a few minutes, all right? Listen, I was just saying that soon we will be seeing one of the great natural wonders this country has to offer. It's the largest fig tree in the United States.
Tree? What about Mission? It's supposed to be Mission.
Yes, well, it's the traffic, you see, and our driver here took the wrong turn. I'm sorry.
Took a wrong turn because he got imbecilic advice from a tour guide operator who's supposed to know better.
You want to do this damn tour?
Yeah, maybe I will. You know, because if we don't do something soon, we're going to be outnumbered at Japanese wrestling. These people are getting very upset with you.
You know. What, do you speak Japanese?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I do. Konnichiwa.
I want the manifest for every flight that left during the last half hour. The state police have been notified. I'm busy.
I know. Just wanted to find out how things were going.
She hasn't been found yet, but she will be.
Well, I'll just hang around. I want to be the first to hear.
Oh, tough lady. This from the woman that was ready to shed tears for CC when she thought he was breathing his last. Come on.
The sadistic creeps. Oh, they sure played us for fools, didn't they, Keith?
Speak for yourself. They didn't fool me for a minute.
Oh, come on. You believed he was dead. Or you would never have let them take him out of the hospital room.
I just want to see what they were going to do. That's why I kept such tight security. That's why I refused to leave.
All right, you had everything under control. Such tight security that you managed to let Kelly escape again.
Timmons. Well, then run it down. And the next time you call me, don't call me with maybes. You call me to tell me that you found her, okay?
What were you saying about your tight security?
Listen, if you don't want to help, just get out.
Hey, Keith. Don't take your inadequacies out on me. After all, I'm just a concerned citizen who wants to see justice done swiftly.
Thank you, Miss Jane Q. Public. Your request has been duly noted. Now get out.
I was told I had to get some kind of clearance from you before I could see my client.
Mason, Eden, you remember your beloved stepmother, don't you?
I want to see Cruz now, Timmons.
Oh, we're trying to dig up bail, are you?
Cruz has a right to an attorney, Keith. You can't prevent Mason from seeing him.
Listen, I'm just trying to save your brother some trouble here. I don't want him to go all the effort to get some bail when it's going to be denied.
You bought somebody off already, Keith? You work fast.
Come on, get serious. I didn't have to pay anybody off. Judges frown upon dirty cops. It's a long-standing tradition.
Who are you calling a dirty cop?
A former dirty cop, excuse me. They're going to treat him just like a police officer. Police officer who did something he shouldn't do, and they're going to treat him accordingly, darling.
Well, we'll see about that, won't we?
What you'll most likely see, Eden, is your darling Cruz behind bars. I don't think he'll adjust well to prison, do you?
2 in 1 week. What am I going to do about myself?
Well, now, what is that? Any way to treat someone who's like your mother? How sharper than a serpent's tooth. I mean, no gratitude, no respect. Those people.
Shut up, Keith.
What did you say?
Konnichiwa. It means good afternoon.
Speaking Japanese. Very nice. Very excellent.
Well, I can't fight with that. You talk, I'll drive.
Kyo, yote ga kawarimasu. Masimana.
Oh, my God.
Maybe it's not.
Yeah, maybe it's not.
We're gonna have to open the door.
Are you sure? Maybe I should just floor it.
Have I told you lately how beautiful you are?
It seems so unreal.
Any word from Kelly or Jeffrey?
Well, no news is good news. But Mason's going to see about your bail. It shouldn't be too long.
I thought you were going to hold down the fort with your folks.
Well, my mom practically ordered me to come. She wanted me to thank you for everything you've done.
Yeah, well, I wish you'd have meant it to more, I'll tell you.
If you say sacrificed so much already, Cruz.
There was no sacrifice involved, you know. I wanted to do it.
I love you.
I love you, too.
I hope all this is worth it.
If Kelly's still free, it was.
Mason.
Mason Capwell, representing the accused. Just what I was afraid of. Keith handpicked the judge to operate with extreme prejudice.
What does that mean that the judge denied bail?
Sorry, Cruz. I'll keep working on it. He's got to give us a hearing sooner or later. Time's up.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, no, we've got to talk about this.
That's okay, that's okay.
No, it's not okay.
Let's go.
I'll see you later.
I'll be here.
Well, what are we going to do? I mean, it's not like appealing a verdict. You can't go and try again.
I can petition for a new judge. I imagine Keith will circumvent that pretty quickly.
Well, we've got to do something. We've got to get him out of here. It's our family he did this for. We've got to give him some kind of protection.
I couldn't agree with you more, Eden. I just don't know where to start.
Well, maybe I know where to start.
What could you do at this stage of the game?
I'll come forward and confess.
Confess what?
I'll say that I was the one that assaulted Keith and knocked over the wine rack.
Eden, don't be ridiculous.
Come on, Mason. This is not fair. We've got to get him out of this jail. And if that means that I have to go to jail, then I will. I don't quite know that look. You worrying about the kids?
Yes, but, right at this moment in time, I was thinking about my father and his father.
Strong men, Capwell men. Strong and respected.
Yeah, well, our life has gotten off track, darling.
Has it?
Yes, it's not as I envisioned it would be. I mean, it's just as my father envisioned his heritage to be.
Oh, darling. Had so many terrible problems with Kelly lately.
I know that. So I have to step back and take a look. Look at the whole perspective. You have goals to fight for, and you have to fight for them even through the fray at the moment.
I understand.
I always believed, darling, that the family was important, that heritage, everything.
And you have a lot of tradition in your family, all those traditions. Prep school and going to Harvard and going into family businesses.
Oh, yeah, it was drummed into me. It was the basic tenet of my childhood.
I like it. It's good for me. You're a traditional man. Very good. Someone I can trust, someone I can count on.
Except when I look at the family now, I think my father would turn over in his grave.
Me? What are you talking about? Our children? Oh, I don't think so. We've had a lot of difficulties, but our girls, Eden and Kelly, oh, he'd think they're beautiful young women. And our Ted?
Ted. Ted's okay. I mean, he didn't follow the tradition of going to Harvard, but that's not what bothers me.
What is it, Mason?
No. Mason has taken the precepts of our family and mocked it, but... No, what bothers me is me. That's what bothers me. I'm disappointed. I'm sure my father would have been disappointed in me, too. Made a lot of mistakes. As a husband, as a father.
Stacey Capwell, you are wonderful. Listen, your father wasn't above reproach either.
He was a fine man. What are you talking about?
He has his Achilles heel.
Like what?
He was a womanizer.
What? Hardly. He's married to the same woman almost his entire life.
Yeah, I know. Still,
My father was a womanizer.
you didn't know.
No, I didn't know, and I heartily deny it. I don't know where you're coming up with this statement.
I can remember the way he used to look at me years ago.
It's a terrible thing to say. I'm not even going to listen to this. What do you...
Darling, I'm just trying to comfort you. You understand how hard you are on yourself. Even the father that you revered so much couldn't meet the high standards you set for yourself.
Womanizer.
Well, I'm not recommending it.
I appreciate the lift.
Hey, no problem, man. No problem.
Just a few blocks so I could get a breather. I wasn't even supposed to be on foot patrol today, but a whole bunch of guys got switched to a special assignment.
You're right. Well, we will take you as far as you need to go.
Visiting from Japan, huh? You showing them the sights?
Yeah, we're taking them out to the old mission.
Oh, the mission. Oh, you'll love that. It's very old, very beautiful. Do they speak English?
Not much, no. I'm conducting a tour in Japanese.
No kid. Well, don't let me interrupt.
Santa Barbara, totemo Spain no dento ga arimasu.
And then now what did you just say?
I just told him that Santa Barbara is very rich in Spanish tradition.
Well, it sure is. You could say that again. I feel really lucky to live here, you want to know the truth. Except when the job gets crazy, like today. This new DA's been driving us nuts with this dragnet for the Capwell girl. You probably read about it.
Yeah, I'm certain I did somewhere.
Yeah, well, I hope somebody makes the collar pretty soon so we can go back to regular hours. Oh, hey, I didn't mean to interrupt your spiel. Sorry, folks. How do you say sorry?
Gomen nasai.
Gomen nasai. I'll let your guy get back to business.
Thank you, thank you. Let me just get my bearings here a minute, folks.
It's a natural history museum.
Natural history museum, of course. Ladies and gentlemen, coming up on the right, you...
Shouldn't that be in Japanese?
You're quite right. I'd slipped my mind for... Soko goren nasai.
Doko desu ka? Could you indicate, please?
Over there.
Eden, that would be accomplishing nothing. You'd be trading one wrong for another.
Kelly is our sister, not Cruz's. If somebody's going to take the rap for her, it might as well be me.
Cruz would be furious if he knew you were even contemplating that.
He won't know about it until it's over.
That's all irrelevant anyway. Keith's not going to let Cruz off the hook.
Well, if I make an official statement, he'll have to.
Keith has already made a statement to the effect that he himself saw Cruz push that wine rack over. He's not going to retract that just because you say otherwise.
Mason, Keith is lying. He walked right past us. Cruz and I were standing right there. He doesn't know who did it.
Eden, don't get in a debate with Keith over details. We're going to have our hands full legally where Kelly's concerned anyway. If she gives herself up or if she's caught...
Don't say it.
It's going to have to come to a head in a couple of days anyway.
So what you're saying is you can't or you won't because you don't have the strength.
No, I'm saying we have to pick our battles, Eden. Keith has it in for Cruz. We know that. If he doesn't get him this way, he'll get him another one. We may have to leave that alone for a little while and concentrate on the crisis with Kelly.
You never liked Cruz anyway, did you?
Eden, don't be ridiculous.
I guess you like him even less now that you're snuggling up to Victoria Lane.
Eden.
What? I'm sure she says things to you. But let me tell you something. It's only the bitterness of a woman that he rejected.
I never heard her being bitter where Cruz was concerned. If you must know, she blames herself for the failure of the relationship.
Well, of course. It's because she wants your respect. But let me tell you something. You haven't dealt with her on the same level as I have.
And you haven't dealt with her on the same level I have.
She's an actress, Mason. I'd wise up before you get hurt.
Wise up? Meaning?
Get out before you get any more involved.
Can't do that, Eden.
Well, then you're a fool.
Thanks.
Look, I'm sorry, but somebody's got to say it to you, right? Granted, okay, she can be pretty.
No.
In a certain light.
Come on, Eden. A lot of things that attract me to Victoria, but her looks are the least of them. And in spite of what you may think, I'm not seeing her just to upset you. It's quite the opposite, in fact.
You don't care if I'm upset or not. Don't pretend you do.
I care a great deal about you, Eden. You have no idea the lengths I'll go to prove that.
Like letting Cruz rot in jail, for instance. Or forgive me, but I'm not impressed.
What's the matter?
Call a rest stop.
I mean, now?
Look, if they saw the mission, didn't they tell him to get off and get refreshments? I can't drive anymore with this man hulking in my rearview mirror.
He's not helping. He's sleeping.
Jeffrey, if he takes one look at me...
Okay, imakara, Jupan no kyuke o torimisho.
What's happening?
Oh, it's just a rest stop, officer. You want to get a soda or something? Perhaps a cup of tea?
Might not be a bad idea. So where you headed next?
Oh, back to the bus station, I guess.
Great. You can drop me there.
Sure thing.
Hey, what's with your driver?
Oh, she's just a little tired. You know, worked a double shift today.
I know the feeling.
Hey, relax, it's just me.
Gone.
Yeah, for now.
And so are we.
Hey, don't I even get to say sayonara?
Send them a cable back to Tokyo.
I see. So you want me to arrest you and set Cruz free?
Yes?
No.
I'm telling the truth. I'm the one that's responsible.
Crying out loud. Do you think I'd know you'd do anything for your lover? You'd do anything to set him free.
And you do anything to keep him in.
Well, you know, I think it'd be sort of instructive for him. I mean, he's been sending all these guys to prison. He doesn't even know what it's like. I think cops should spend some time in the joints. It's a growth experience.
Why do you hate him so much?
Of course, it'd be too bad if you ran into somebody you sent up, sort of the hairy experience.
You hate me. You hate me, is that it? What have I ever done to you?
You're a Capwell. You disgust me. You know, you and your sister, you think you can buy anything, and if you can't buy it, you try to intimidate your way into it. If you can't do that, you try to charm your way into it, and it finally comes to you on a silver platter, doesn't it? But the rest of us that aren't Capwells know it doesn't work that way. I mean, you have to pay your dues like everybody else.
Okay, so you hate my family. Leave Cruz out of it.
Well, Cruz, you see, is a Capwell in spirit. Besides, young lady, I think I'm doing you a favor here. You're no good for him. He's no good for you. I mean, it's sad, but it's true. I mean, I remember when you cried on my shoulder about him. I've seen you two destroy each other.
We have never stopped loving each other, even during the worst times. And we never will. And it's going to take a better man than you to keep us apart.
I just spoke with the senior judge of the municipal court. He's an old friend, thinks he might be able to help. Unfortunately, he's in Sacramento at the moment, but if he can hang on till he gets back.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Well, thanks.
I knew you'd be happy.
It occurs to me that Keith is going to find a way to block it.
He's going to try.
I mean, this is his golden opportunity to finally nail me, and he's been waiting for it for a long time.
You know, Eden holds herself responsible for the position you're in.
I told her I did this for Kelly. And you should tell her too, man. Nobody forced me.
Just hope you don't regret it.
Yeah. Well, I think the trick is to know exactly why you're doing something before you do it, and then you don't have to look back and second-guess yourself.
Well, that's true. You have to be honest with yourself about your motivations, or they come back to haunt you. Doesn't matter what other people think.
That's true, too.
I'm glad you feel that way, Cruz. I hope it means I can count on your support down the line.
About something in particular?
Let's just say I'm about to make a move that's going to be unpopular with a lot of people. But I know what my reasons are. And they're good ones.
If you were somebody else, I'd tell you that you only have to answer to yourself. But I'm not going to say that to you, Mason. Because you already know it.
Honey, I don't know about this.
What do you mean? It's perfect. We'll go right in.
You don't think college kids listen to the news, huh? Probably half the student body is out looking for you right this very minute.
No. College is a secret society, Jeffrey. I'm telling you. They are totally sheltered from the outside world. Hey, look at this. Look. One for you. And one for me.
Hey, this is great. I always wanted to be a jock. What do you think my sport is?
Baseball.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's kind of like cricket, you know. I see you in the infield, second base, shortstop, something like that. As for me, I don't know. Dr. Capwell. I need these a little more than you do, I think.
Well, what about the glare when I play infield?
Well, what do you think?
Well, I think you look a bit like my spinster science teacher.
Hey, listen, we're in California, all right? Even a spinster science teacher can be hit.
Yeah.
Chess. You play?
Sure. But I'm not being a half-stop.
Shortstop. All right. I can't believe we're actually doing something frivolous. This could be fun.
Yeah, more fun than we imagined, I'm afraid.
What is it?
It's your move.
What's the matter with you, man?
Matter? What do you mean?
Well, she just gave you the game. Checkmate.
Ah, checkmate. Yes, of course. Of course. You're awfully good. And quick, too. Checkmate, huh, mate?
Nothing to it. Basic carpal.
Basic carpa. Thank God for good old carpa.
Dolly, where have you been? I was looking all over for you.
Oh, honey, I'm sorry. I was downstairs.
The cellar?
Yes. Down in the wine cellar. I wanted to go down there, I guess, because of Kelly. I just wanted to feel her presence or something so silly.
No, it's not. Just being a mother. Sweetheart, we'll get her back. We will. Whatever we have to do, we'll get her back.
So what is this? Are we having a little sob-in?
I wouldn't give you the satisfaction, Gina.
Don't fret, Sophia. I'm sure they'll be finding Kelly very soon. Though the next time you see her, there may be a glass partition between the two of you.
Go away now.
I can't count how many times you said that to me today, Cece. But it doesn't matter. It's just wasted breath. Because this is my house, too. You can't kick me out of it, no matter what you say. I know that they're going to catch her. And I think it's only fitting that we're all together. Because Keith has the whole city covered, all the roads in and out of town. He's going to catch her this time. I was there when the state police were called in.
You don't get out of this room. I am going to do something that I won't be responsible for.
Oh, stop with the tragic acting, Sophia. You've been a one-woman masterpiece theater all day.
That is the last time she will talk to you that way, I promise.
Oh, Cece, what do you mean? There's nothing else we can do.
Yes, there is. I think now is the right moment.
You talking about the embezzlement?
That's what I'm talking about. Just about the right time. She's probably accumulated quite a bit by now. I think it's time to expose her. Expose her in public. And then we'll get the tape back. And Kelly be free and clear. You just gotta have some faith now, okay?
You were supposed to be out of here now.
Well, yeah, Mason's working on that. There's this judge in Sacramento.
You should have never gotten mixed up with this in the first
I
place.
mean, don't start blaming yourself for this. This is Keith Timmons' damn fault and nobody else's.
This score was for my family to settle, not you. This isn't fair.
Look.
What happened to Kelly is what's not fair. If I have to spend a couple of days in jail, that's no big deal.
It's not about you being in jail. It's about when you get out.
What about it?
Keith says you'll never work on the force again.
Oh, since when do we pay attention to what Keith says?
Cruz, we both know it's a possibility.
If it happens, it happens.
How can you be so casual about this? This is your career we're talking about. This is your life.
No. You are my life. Police work is my job. If I have to find another job, I will.
Your job is everything to you. It's what you do best. Don't try to pretend it's no big deal.
Of course it's a big deal. I'm not trying to tell you it's not. But if I have to give it up for something I believe in, I can live with that. There's only one thing I couldn't live with, and that's losing you.
You wouldn't have lost me if you would have stayed out of it. I told you it would have been all right if you didn't
I'm
get
not saying that. You made that perfectly clear. Part of loving somebody is being willing to put yourself on the line for them when they got something to fight over. Now, if I can't do that, I don't deserve to have you.
Well, no matter what, I'll be here for you.
And now a special announcement from KUSB News. A police cordon has been thrown around the city to prevent the escape of Kelly Capwell. Capwell was followed to her parents' home by Montecito local police, but managed to elude them and flee to another part of the city. So far, a full-scale search has not yet uncovered...
Hey, it's okay. Go back to sleep.
No, I felt safe here a few minutes ago.
And we are safe, at least for a while.
I'm never going to have that luxury again, Jeffrey. I might as well face it. I mean, I can forget for a little bit, and then that's it.
Well, then forget. Just get it out of your head and get some rest now, okay?
Yeah, right, rest. There's not going to be any rest until all this is over. Jeffrey, let's just let him find us. Let it end.
Hey, you know how I get when you start talking like that?
Yeah, well, I can't help it.
Yes, you can, damn it. And look, if we get caught, we're going to go down fighting. We're not going to come out of this thing with our hands up in the air. We've already proven that we can go the distance, and by God, we're not going to spoil our record now.